Okay, so we're back to it again today. Yesterday I managed to get the back end out of the bike, so that involved getting the wheel out, that nice wooden shock absorber that you might well have seen, and I got the swing arm out. Now I've checked the swing arm out a little bit and I'm not entirely sure. So there's a little bolt that goes in here which was rusted in and that's snapped off. I assume that what happens with this swing arm is that it actually gets filled with oil, but I'm not 100% certain, so I'm going to just check that out a little bit. Now if it does get filled with oil, I think I can do away with that system, but I just want to see and do a little bit of research. Also, it looks as though there was something that's been cut off here, so I want to try and clean that up a little bit before sending it off for replating. So the job for the rest of the day is I'm going to carry on stripping this frame down, and then I'm going to, hopefully I'll have the wheels ready to go off to James Jones, which I can send off maybe tomorrow, and then I can clean up the frame, clean up the swing arm and clean up the other bits that I want to get replated, and then they can go off, and then I can then start having a look at the engine. Okay, so we've pretty much got the whole bike dismantled. Well, we have. It's in its main component parts now. So forks are out, triple clamps are out. Got the bearing races out for the steering bearings, the headstock bearings. So everything's apart, and the frame is ready to go to get replated. As I said before, I want to do a little bit of work on the swing arm, so I'm going to do that before sending it off. But there's just one thing on the frame that I don't want to lose, and that is the ID tag. It's a little bit worn and everything, but it is the original Rickman ID tag. So there's a couple of pins here and here. So I'm just going to clamp the frame in the vise, and I'm going to drill those pins out so that when I get the frame back from the platers, I could get some new pins and I can tack it back in place. And there we go. There's the plate, so I can, after it's been plated, I can stick that back on, and it's got the original Rickman stamps and date identification and everything like that. Perfect.